Today, we will once again take a look at interesting footage that captures a moment. This is how Ukrainian FPV drones silently blow up entire Russian troops near Avdiivka. Skilled FPV drone operators are becoming the most feared opponents in the war in Ukraine. Like fighter aces, they are known by their call signs, and their presence in an area sends ripples of alarm through enemy forces. But new software from Israeli company XTEND is claimed to turn anyone into an ace FPV pilot within minutes of first flying one. When a Ukrainian drone strike team recently took out the Russian FPV operator known as Moisey, it was seen as a big success. Moisey was personally credited with destroying dozens of vehicles and killing almost 400 Ukrainian soldiers. Standard consumer quadcopters like the ubiquitous DJI Mavic series are designed to be flown out of the box by an untrained user. The operator does not exactly fly the drone so much as tell it where to go, with the drone doing all the piloting and preventing crashes. While the drone will auto-hover at a fixed point even in gusty winds and, thanks to sonar and other sensors, avoid obstacles, quads are not quite crash-proof. FPVs, by contrast, are stripped-down racing machines without any of the piloting aids on standard quadcopters. This is partly a matter of cost, but mainly to do with speed. A drone switched to manual mode with all the obstacle avoidance turned off is faster than one in normal mode where speed is automatically limited to how fast it can fly safely. This is why FPV pilots wear VR-style goggles. They need to have good situational awareness, to look ahead and plan their path to avoid flying into things. However, FPV cameras have a wide field of view, so the operator does not make a sharp turn and find a wall in front of them. In the near future, smart FPV kamikazes are likely to become increasingly common, turning everyone into an ace pilot. During battles fought on the front lines, Moscow's forces lost 41 artillery systems and a total of 35 armored combat vehicles in a single day, Kyiv's military said in an update on Thursday. The figures were provided by the General Staff of Ukraine's Armed Forces, which posts estimates of Russia's troop and equipment losses daily. Its latest update said Russia lost 1,160 soldiers over the past 24 hours, bringing the total to 407,240. Russia has also lost a total of 9,867 artillery systems, 12,373 armored combat vehicles, 6,523 tanks, and 339 military jets in the ongoing war, Kyiv said. The casualty numbers have been high on both sides these past few months, especially around the eastern town of Avdiivka, a key focus for Moscow since October, where the battle earned the label of meat grinder. The term describes the prolonged battles that occurred and racked up high casualty counts and absorbed significant resources, with Ukraine's years-long defense of the city, in the end, turned into a withdrawal under intense Russian pressure. While this was confirmed early on Saturday by Ukrainian Commander-in-Chief Alexander Syrsky, who said the order was given to avoid encirclement and preserve the lives and health of servicemen, and Russian forces are now reported to be simultaneously advancing in 5 main directions after Avdiivka's fall. But Moscow rarely shares information on the number of casualties it has sustained in the war, while in September 2022, Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu said 5,937 troops had been killed since the war began. This week, Ukraine said it has been successful in destroying Russian military jets, while the commander of Ukraine's Air Force, Lieutenant General Mykola Oleshchuk, said in a statement on Wednesday that Kyiv had destroyed an Su-34 fighter bomber, the 7th Russian military aircraft shot down by Ukraine's armed forces in a week. The achievement was praised by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in a video address on Wednesday night. Several outcomes of this day, said Zelensky, I'd like to thank our air forces, everyone who protects our sky, and there are good results regarding Russian military aircraft. Russia has been deploying aircraft less frequently after its recent string of losses, Ukrainian Air Force spokesperson Yuri Inat said on national TV on Tuesday. Our experience suggests that after Russian planes are downed and destroyed, the occupiers do not dare come closer. This is the case across the northern, southern, and eastern fronts. Inat also said the closer the aircraft armed with guided bombs approach, the farther those bombs can reach into our defenses, but Moscow doesn't act as boldly as before, because it understands that its forces are within the reach of Ukrainian anti-aircraft defenses, said Inat. Kyiv's forces are also reported to have destroyed Russian military equipment worth millions in a drone strike that targeted a warehouse in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region, Telegram channels reported on Tuesday. The shared footage shows Ukraine's Belava strike unit destroyed 2 Russian T-72 tanks, S-60 anti-aircraft guns, a BMP-3 Russian infantry fighting vehicle, Ural 4320 off-road vehicles, and a rare BMP-T, also known as the Terminator, which is an armored vehicle designed to accompany tanks in battle. The drone strike took place on a Russian warehouse in the village of Avdiivka, a Ukrainian Telegram channel that publishes news on first-person view, FPV, drones in the war said, sharing a video of the incident. Nowadays, the Russians have attempted to break through the Ukrainian defense on the Marinka front over 30 times from the beginning of the 24th of February until 1800. The enemy, with the support of aircraft, attempted to break through the defense of our troops near the settlements of Novomykhailivka and Pobieda 31 times. Meanwhile, our soldiers repelled 7 enemy attacks near the villages of Orlivka, Siern, Pervomaisky and Nevelski on the Avdiivka front during the same time today. Lihovy emphasized that the overwhelming majority of aircraft, artillery strikes, and kamikaze drone attacks in the entire operational zone of the Tavria Operational Strategic Group are concentrated precisely on the Avdiivka and Mariupol fronts.
Пострел!